Hey, you guys. So I know it's been a minute. I've been busy. A lot of it has to do with the new job and just getting used to all the new changes and getting the gist of the new norm. But I wanted to share this little story, I guess my experience on the job search. There might be some value in it for someone else who might be in the same boat, or it actually might be helpful for my future self. I definitely learned a lot, and yeah, everything should just be taken with a grain of salt. None of this should be taken as advice. It's just me sharing my experiences and maybe you learn from my mistakes, which I guess is advice. Either way, uh, yeah, let's just get into it. So, there are a couple things I wish I changed. Don't try to look for a job during a pandemic. If you can avoid it, try to get a job before that or after, I guess. But trying to find one in the middle of all that craziness, it's very frustrating because, well, there's a lot of uncertainty in almost every aspect of life. I know unemployment was at an all-time high for like the recent years, so it was definitely a very scary time. But in all seriousness, aside from the pandemic things I can't control, I wish I took the FE earlier. I wish I took it in my junior year rather than after graduating, because there's a lot of stress after graduating, and that's just something that seems unnecessary to stress about if you can avoid it. So taking it earlier would have been nice. The next thing I wish I did differently was start the job search earlier. I started December, right when I graduated. So I should have started way earlier than that. And I knew that my internship wasn't going to lead into a full-time position because my boss told me. I guess I had my hopes high still that there might be a chance it might lead into something, but I was also just too tired at the end of the day to apply to a bunch of job listings, and that was just on me. I mean, I was burnt out. I didn't really have a lot of energy. So the next thing after that would probably be joining LinkedIn. I've just started LinkedIn the past couple of months, and I knew about it for years. I just chose not to participate or make an account because I'll be honest, I had this idea for people in LinkedIn taking themselves too seriously. It was just coming from a place of ignorance. I definitely have changed my opinion on LinkedIn, and I find it very useful, especially for when it comes to finding a job. It's just your online presence and showcasing what you do, where you've been, what kind of worker you are. So I'm still learning how to use it and utilize it to its potential. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting connected. If you want to connect with me, just send me an invite. Because there's nothing wrong with taking yourself seriously, especially when it comes to your professional life. I mean, that's very important. Okay, so I guess to wrap things up, I'll talk about my thoughts and my feelings throughout the whole process. The whole process started in December, right after I graduated, and it went on for 5.5 months. Yeah, I think that's May. And those were some long months. I know I had a really long grace period to like search for jobs after I graduated, but it was coming to the point where I was starting to consider applying to other disciplines besides structural, such as geotech, maybe transportation or field inspecting again. And honestly, it kind of broke a little part of me even considering that after, well, at that point it was 4 months when I started considering that, because that's not what I want to do. Structural, out of all my other internships, has been the most fulfilling and the one that I actually had the most fun doing. So it just sucked thinking that I had to give up. 2 weeks after that, I was offered two amazing positions with two different structural firms, but yeah, I was just very thankful to be in a position where I could be a little picky at that point about which one I wanted to go with. And I ultimately went with one that was a little bit closer to home and one that was a little bit smaller, but it was definitely bigger than my internship firm. But this new firm, the one I'm currently working at, has a lot of potential to grow, and I know my boss is very enthusiastic about handling bigger and better projects year after year. So yeah, it's great to be on I guess the ground floor of something that's growing. But yeah, I'm very excited. But going back to the whole experience, it was very stressful. Oh, those are some loud birds. It was very stressful. So for anyone who's looking for a job right now or will be looking for a job soon, good luck. I hope you have better luck than I did. Let me know how it goes for you. And yeah, I just appreciate you watching this. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.